replacing the battery in this thing. And then Warden JKU, get the, I believe this is the factory battery that came in. It's the Mopar battery. Probably was replaced eventually at some point, but it's definitely an old battery. So this thing is definitely gone as long as it can. So about to go in here and see if Taylor can hook us up with a new battery here. Looking pretty good in there, not too bad. Got a 10 millimeter, and then another 10 millimeter. The retainer piece, whatever you want to call that. We are out here. About to take the core in and see if we can get a new one for a pretty good deal. Pop it in and be good to go. Right up, battery nice and charged. Got that over with. Knocked it out. About to close the hood and drive to my next destination. I want to say, but this is kind of probably the color I might be looking at for the accent color on Warden. It's really cool blue. All right, what's up, guys? A little Jeep update here. So basically, kind of been just daily driving Warden JKU for a little bit here. They're just kind of, you know, taking care of the Jeep, maintaining it and stuff like that, just keeping it up. And nothing really has changed, you know, too crazy recently, other than, you know, putting the 40s back on lately, as you guys saw that. I mean, that wasn't too far long ago, but we're probably going to stick with this setup. You know, especially like the wheels. We're going to keep those wheels definitely because they are ATX slabs, and as you guys know, those are rare now because they discontinued them. Definitely going to try to hold on to these wheels for sure. So the Jeep itself being Commando green, you know, that's discontinued, so that's kind of rare, I guess you could say. And just the color of the Jeep is, you know, that's kind of special to me. And also the front bumper. So the Poison Spider Comp Stinger, they, as you know, we've mentioned before that they discontinued that as well, so that's really hard to get. Always have people you know, hitting me up trying to buy this bumper because it's, you know, you really can't find them anymore. I mean, in some areas, you know, you might have some more used ones on Craigslist and Facebook and stuff like that, but really hard to find. You know, you can't really buy them brand new anymore. So I don't know if they're going to bring them back or what they're going to do, but really do like this bumper a lot. Really do love the wheels a lot and love the color of the Jeep. So I mean, we pretty much got a really good setup, so I'm gonna try to you know, keep this what we got right now, and having the new truck lights in there and everything. So got it pretty good. Got it set up pretty good, like how we want it so far. So what we have been also thinking about changing it up a little bit, like cosmetic wise, not necessarily, you know, changing tires or anything like that, because these Pro Comp 40s, like we did mention before, they are relatively new. I think they're about a year old, and you know, there's no rock rash on them, no dry rot, and they're kind of dirty right now from driving in gravel. But anyways, got some good tread on them, but I'm gonna try to keep those for a while. And let's see, we're thinking about painting the wheels. So gonna leave a black ring because we like the ring on a B-Lock to be black for Pro Comp tires, just because of how they're shaped. I think it looks the best. It makes the sidewall look taller. So we do like that a lot. So we're thinking about painting the inside of the wheels or powder coat, something along that. And then we also thought about painting or powder coating the bumper, you know, maybe gloss black or color match, you know, something like that. But I think honestly, what we're probably going to try to shoot for is we're probably going to try to add more parts here soon. So maybe like a black hood louver, and that's going to be matte black to match the bumper. So that'll probably tie in really nicely along with the flares. So thinking we're probably going to do like color match on the wheels. so that'll kind of help everything tie in there. So we were really trying to do something a little bit more different here, because the way that it's looking right now, it's like, you know, color wise, I mean, yeah, it's, you know, it matches and all that good stuff, but it's really like simple and basic, and you know, that's good sometimes, but really do want to do a little bit, you know, something more unique. And obviously, you know, you could go a lot of ways with that. You could, you know, do the wheels in some kind of contrast color, but I don't know, it's, you know, Commando green is really hard to, you know, complement, and because, you know, it changes in the sunlight, so it's really hard to match that up. So probably gonna just end up doing color match on most of the stuff and try to do it right and then even it out. So, you know, we don't want to do too much in one area and then not enough on the other, so probably gonna end up doing that. Hopefully it turns out clean, and if it does not, then, you know, lesson learned, we can just paint them black again. So no worries there, really. And as you guys can see, we have the doors off today, so it's pretty nice doing that once in a while. Like I said, you know, once you get kind of stuck in the rut of just daily driving it, you kind of forget about it being a Jeep. So it's definitely nice to switch it up a little bit every now and then. So anyways, might take off the windows or something like that. It'd be pretty cool. And it's been pretty fun, but also getting ready to swap out these hood latches, the old stockies there. So what we ordered was the Drake hood latches. They're like hood pins, basically, like military aircraft pins, like release pins that have like little steel cables on them. So they have a little steel cable coming out, and you just press it in and then pull it out. So it's really cool actually, and they look really good. So got them on sale, and hopefully they'll be in tomorrow, and just kind of preparing right now for it. We're gonna put the hood spring back in, because, you know, obviously when you take off the hood latches, the hood is still down here, but with the spring, you know, it lifts it up so you can kind of get your finger under there. But as you guys can see, engine bay is still pretty clean. I really want to detail everything if I can get a chance. I really want to clean it up really nicely, get some degreaser, wipe down the back side of the hood, and clean out the air filter. I really do have to change the oil here soon. Well, I don't have to because it's synthetic, so every 5,000 miles technically, but I do change it every 3,000 miles on this Jeep, just because it's a Jeep. It goes off-road. You know, it's better safe than sorry. It can only help to change the oil early, so that's what we do. And we use a Mopar filter. We use some Mobile One oil, high quality stuff, and we're gonna be doing that here soon. We're about to hit 3,000 miles on the oil change, so once we do that, kind of get it all cleaned up in here, and probably find some kind of shine, some kind of detailer. Not exactly sure what we're gonna use yet, but gonna be looking into that. It's probably some chemical guy stuff, but do want to also clean up the undercarriage, because there is a few areas like on the frame right there where we do have to touch up and paint black again, and then also where we did the ball joints right there on the coil perch on the frame. It's got a little bit of surface stress, so we need to clean that up. And there's actually a good bit more places that need some paint, some touched up. That's from doing the ball joints, so that's just raw metal and no big deal there, but also need to get some paint matched. I guess whenever we paint the wheels, we're gonna touch up areas there as needed. Probably give the axles some fresh paint, stuff like that. Get her nice and cleaned up. All right, guys, got the engine bay all cleaned out. Spent probably about 30-45 minutes just wiping it out by hand. Didn't wanna, it wasn't really necessary to, you know, rinse it out with water hose and all that, but normally, like, if it gets really dusty from off-road trips and stuff like that, we'll like soak it with a degreaser and then rinse it down really well. We'll also take a electric leaf blower and blow out all the water, and then let that air dry, obviously. So trying to keep all the water out of the engine bay for sure, but got everything really cleaned up pretty much just by hand. And let me show you guys a little bit close up on some of this stuff. So pretty much tried to get the best as I could. You know, obviously, like, the bottom of this box is gonna be dirty and stuff like that, but nothing too major, obviously. Nothing that's gonna cause a bigger mess, but try to really get back there on that wire loom, stuff like that. Got the engine cover nice and cleaned up. I really need to get some kind of matte detailer or some kind of shine, throw it on there and have it looking pretty good, but really try to get like you know, all in the cracks and crevices. Intake, filled up my washer, windshield wiper fluid, cleaned out around all these bolts and stuff. Show you guys that. Mopar. Got the wires all cleaned up on the brake assembly, whatever this thing is. Tried to clean up as far down as I could get it, and some of these hoses too, tried to wipe those down pretty good, like, you know, that one, stuff that you're gonna, you know, pay a little bit more attention to see. And then to clean the brake booster, I went from the inner fender down here and I actually wiped down all that stuff down there too, so that worked out pretty well. Gotta probably shine it up a little bit, and then get ready to throw in the new hood pins, and that'll be cool. And I'm also probably gonna be cleaning up the little surface rust spots here. Gonna get some paint and touch that up, and that'll be looking really good. So one thing at a time.